Hi, I'm the Moroccan Angel, and I'm here to help others set things right with their Maker. Hi, how are you today? We're going to talk about 5 truths that Jesus confirmed about sinners. And we'll address the nice part first, and that is almost every, if not all, professing Christians believe that Jesus loves everyone, that his love supersedes, their behavior, that it extends beyond their behavior. It's certain Christian sects that believe you're gonna sin. You're going to rebel. You're going to do these things regardless. And Jesus' love covers it all, past, present, and future sins. So that's the nice part, because basically, in a nutshell, you get to do what you want and you're forgiven. You're loved and you're forgiven and accepted for who you are and what you choose to do. There's basically no responsibility in it because he loves you and it's going to be covered. So ultimately, you'll go to heaven. Now, there are some of you who disagree with this and say, no, that's not what true Christianity is. There are approximately 30,000 different Christian sects that may disagree with you, because everyone has their own interpretation, if you will, of what they believe the original New Testament scriptures conveyed. So you may be right. In your particular Christian sect, that may not be what you believe, but there are thousands of others that do. So that's the nice part. Now, because most modern quote-unquote Christians are under the impression that they can simultaneously be a Christian and a sinner at the same time, and they're so dismissive about it too. It's like, it's all good. Jesus will forgive me. He loves me so much. It's insane, actually. But hindsight, it's coming. You can look at the graves and know it's coming. It always comes. And you would think people would catch on and take this a bit more seriously. But hey, you're not like that. You're listening to me. I'm trying to help you here. So here we go. 5 truths that Jesus confirmed about sinners. The first truth is that sinners are those who break the laws and commandments of the God of Israel. Now, we know this is true from the original Testament, and in the Christian book of 1 John, it states that sin is the transgression or violation of the law. The law written in the ancient text, the original Testament, which was established by the God of Israel. To commit one act of disobedience is sin. It's willfully rebelling or acting against the law and order of the God of Israel, the Creator. Now, the second truth that Jesus confirms is that whosoever commits sin is the servant of sin. That means they're in bondage. Whosoever does an act of willful disobedience or willful knowing or violation against the laws and commandments of the Creator, the chains go on. The truth, you're in bondage. No matter how much you've convinced yourself that you're free, Jesus said, come on now, Jesus, he's the one who's documented as stating that you are not free. If you're a sinner, listen. If your actions reveal that you are a sinner, that you still have the desire to commit rebellion against his teachings and commandments, since making that vow that you will serve him all the days of your life, you know, the sinner's prayer. If your actions reveal that you are still sinning, you are not free. In fact, he declared that anyone who is not free and in bondage, they are not his. One of the proofs of this is that he supernaturally sets them free. If you're quote unquote struggling with sin, like Donnie McClurkin sings, you know, I'm going to get back up and try again, or you're trying Ruslan's strategy of law of replacement. I think that was from Jordan Peterson, actually. You know, the whole idea of replacing your sinful behavior with something else. Uh, this is this isn't scriptural. You're not a biblical Christian. Jesus didn't set you free. You're trying to imitate or mimic by your own resolve how to experience what is supernaturally written about. It's written in the book of John, chapter 8, verse 36. If, catch this now, if the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. Free. Not struggling to be free, not hoping to be free, not dreaming to be free. Get it right now. Free. Free indeed. It's a fact. You're going to be free. If you are in bondage to sin, you are not free. You're a sinner. You're not free. The third truth that Jesus confirms is that sinners do not have his actual indwelling spirit. No biblically defined Christian commits sin. I didn't say habitual sin. I didn't say lifestyle out of sin. They do not commit an act of disobedience willfully by violating or rebelling the teachings and laws that Jesus established or laid down for his disciples or true Christians. And I dare any educated professing Christian to prove me wrong. Because yes, the true knowledge of Christianity does require a basic education, an understanding of just basic terminology and the acknowledgement and respect for just the basic meanings of words. Biblically defined Christians do not desire sin. If you're baffled by this or you're up in arms about this and professing to be a Christian, or the dots aren't connecting, please sign up for the Biblical Christianity course. Don't be prideful. Don't be argumentative. Just learn the facts. The basic definition of the word Christian exposes those as liars who claim to follow. Listen, the basic definition of a Christian is one who steadfastly follows the teachings and commandments of Jesus. How are you steadfastly following his commands? By committing adultery. This is basic. Now, the New Testament scriptures declare that those who are genuinely born again are new creatures in Christ. The desire is different. It's a supernatural thing. It's not standing up for testimonies and saying, hey, I no longer have the desire to smoke with a pack of nicotine gum in your pocket, but you're still fornicating and blaspheming God. Your heart is dark and crooked. There was no supernatural experience. That was you resolving to somehow align with what you're reading within the scriptures without His power, Jesus' power to transform your spirit. This is what the Christian religion teaches. And once again, if you'd like to understand true biblical Christianity, please sign up for the class. The fourth truth that Jesus confirmed, now brace yourself for this one because it's a tough one. Jesus said that sinners belong to the devil. And I bet you don't hear that in any of the 30,000 Christian sects. But it makes sense. Because if they don't belong to Jesus, according to the Christian faith, and they're defying the laws and order of God, the God of Israel, who do you think you belong to? It's written that there's a dark force that works or operates through the children of disobedience in Ephesians 2:2, meaning they're subject to it. They're enslaved. They're bondage to sin. That's not Jesus telling you to commit adultery, to lie, to murder and cheat and speak like a devil. Who do you think you're listening to? God? The fifth truth that Jesus confirms about the sinner is that no sinner, and I mean everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. That no sinner will enter into the kingdom of heaven. This is basic common sense. Listen, you're knowingly violating the laws and the order of the maker of heaven and earth, who is uncompromisingly just in all of his ways. This is what the ancient scriptures note about him. He's just, uncompromisingly. And you think he's going to let you just stroll in? Why? Because you're special? No, wait. Because he quote unquote loves you? Oh my. Talk about arrogance. Who do you think you are? Everybody's given an equal choice between right and wrong. And you're choosing to do wrong, to defy his laws, to rebel against his natural and spiritual order. And there are those who choose to respect him, to choose to do what is right, despite the odds, despite the hardships. And you are arrogant enough to think that you can walk into the presence of a holy and just being? You're not dealing with a human. And to be clear, I'm speaking of the God of Israel, the eternal one, not Jesus. That's not his heaven. That's the eternal one's domain. Like, the eternal one is not human. He's not a man. Love is a human emotion. I will tell you, he is not human. Jesus was human. Jesus was a man. The God of Israel, the Eternal One, is not human. No part of him is a man. If you are up in arms again and you're saying, no, God-man, he's a God-man, that's not even in the scriptures. You need to reconsider where that came from. I wrote a book, academic study, Who is Jesus? You can get it on Amazon. You can go on my website and get the ebook and start reading it right away. And I give an unbiased presentation on the identity of Jesus. At some point, you have to wake up and put your head on straight and do what's right. That's the bottom line. The Eternal One declared that there will be no peace for the wicked. Not necessarily in life, but in death. The wicked in the original Testament is referred to as the sinner. And it states very clearly that the sinner shall not come in his presence. He is holy. What are you thinking? That you can defy him? This being who governs the universe? He gave life to all living creatures, controls the winds, the seas, the heavens, your very life. And you disregard this on a daily basis. And what? You think when he takes back his breath from the body he gave you, you're going to be resting at the foot of his throne? It's insane. You're choosing to rebel against him now when you're given the chance to do what is right and honor him? And you think those big gates are just going to open wide and you're going to come into the presence of a holy being? The one who laid down the laws and order of his earth. This is his earth. You didn't create anything. He did. I'm telling you, you're in for the shock of your life. No sinner shall enter into his presence, into the kingdom of heaven, the domain of the eternal one. Now, one of the last things that I would like to mention that Jesus, a truth that he confirmed concerning the sinner, is he gave them a call to holiness, to stop sinning. Jesus said to all those who chose to follow him, sin no more. Jesus said this, sin no more. You should know right off the bat that anybody, pastor, bishop, priest, your mother, your father, aunt, whoever, if they're not telling you to stop sinning, and they're telling you that everybody sins, and they're professing to be a Christian, that's a big red flag that they do not have his spirit, because Jesus will speak what he spoke. His spirit will speak what he spoke. And he said, sin no more. What does this mean? Stop breaking the laws and commandments and the order of the God of Israel, the eternal one. Stop. No more. Do what is right. Always. What have I been telling you? Do what is right. I promise you. I promise you. I swear to you, the time is approaching when you will pass from this life. You will die. This is the judgment of the Eternal One placed on all of mankind. Only he can reverse this. The Eternal One placed this judgment, and no man can reverse it, not even Jesus. Now, if you'd like clarity surrounding the true biblical message of Christianity, maybe you're considering the Christian faith, or you've been a Christian for a while, or you're a seasoned Christian, but still in bondage to sin, or desiring sin, and you're trying to figure out, what is this girl talking about? I will walk you through the scriptures to open your eyes to see the truth of what I am speaking. There is no need to argue. There is no need for insults. There is no need for arrogance. I will biblically walk you through to learn these truths and know the facts before even choosing the Christian faith, or know the facts behind what you have believing for, I don't know, maybe a year, 5 years, 10 years, 50 years. Sign up to the Biblical Christianity class. I'll see you there. I'm the Moroccan Angel. Do what's right. Always. It matters.